pieces cake. I put a couple of pictures up on the blog a while ago, and quite a few people have asked how I did it and could I show you. So this is the first proper video using So White bakeware, so let's hope it works. Okay, so I've taken the puzzle mould, I've washed it just before I use it because I don't know why, but I just seem to think they work better when they're slightly warm to begin with. I don't know what that is, but I think it works. I've lightly greased it, especially the sections that are the smaller sections there, because that is, if it's going to break, that's where it's going to break. Okay, so I've made a Victoria sponge recipe, and I'm just going to plonk the Victoria sponge right into the mould. And it's good to use teaspoons for this, because you can sort of manoeuvre the mould about. And the good thing about it being silicone is that you can also move it by hand as well, because it will stretch and move and do all the fun stuff like that. Okay, the one thing to be careful about is not to fill them too much. It's because Victoria sponge rises quite a lot, and you don't want to have too much of an overflow because they're quite small. They can be quite tricky to cut up if you're trying to just cut off one lump or so. So I'd say sort of half to 3/4 full, but definitely no more than 3/4. And with the single batch of Victoria sponge, which is on the blog and also on the YouTube page, you'd probably be able to make probably 4 or 5 batches of puzzle cakes out at the same time with that one mixture, because you don't really need too much when you're doing this. I've tried using paper for this, but it's so much easier just to use your fingers. Just sort of take any big bits off. Just wipe them on a bit of tissue. Just carry on. Oops. Right, there we go. All ready. Gonna put it in the oven, and let's hope it works. Okay, so the cake's come out of the oven. You see it looks lovely, it's springy, and the best time to get cakes out of these silicone moulds is when they're still hot, or at least warm. You don't want them to go cold, because then they are a nightmare to get out, and you will have to break it to get it out, which is really sad. Okay, so the best way to get cake out of these moulds is, first of all, just to loosen the mould around the cake. It's better to try and bend the silicone than bend the cake. So just sort of loosen it where you can. Okay. The better you loosen it, the easier they will be to pop out in a minute. So it's better to bend the silicone than the cake. Right. Okay, so I'm going to do... I don't remember how I got that before. If you have someone to help you doing this, it's quite good. Okay, so there we go. There's the first puzzle piece. Doesn't that look fantastic? There we go. Good. And because it hasn't risen too much, it wouldn't really need trimming down to. I don't think it would need trimming at all, actually. So there we go. First puzzle piece. Absolutely fantastic. it's hard to say when I'm trying to do it because I'm going to concentrate. What I like to do is press from the bottom of the top bits there. So if you push those in, so you push down, and because you don't want those to break off, so you're pushing most support under that bit. And then it comes out like that. Doesn't that just look absolutely gorgeous?